Kenny Florian says, I don't see anyone challenging Israel Adesanya until Khamzat Chimaev matures as a fighter.
I don't know. I don't see anyone really challenging him for the next year or so, or until maybe Khamzat Chimaev matures as a fighter and kind of get to that. So that gets me excited. Yeah. And I think with two of those guys colliding eventually and that narrative as far as opposing styles and the way that they both have really emerged from kind of nowhere, I think that gets me excited. That gets a lot of other fans excited. I'm not trying to say that he's ready right now and that's the fight we should see. I'm saying this is the trajectory that, the way it's heading. I think that's the fight that ultimately is going to be an absolute bang.
Israel Adesanya rewatches Waleed Ismail's interviews from last week.
It's gonna be a war. If Adesanya think he's playing nice guy, Paul is gonna be nice to him. Paul gonna brutalize him. I really believe Paul is gonna spunk.
It's absolutely phenomenal. Did exactly what he said he was gonna do. Man, I don't know, man. He looked great. He made that look easy. I don't know. The other guy, look, I think the theme of the night for me was what got these, and you said it on the show, what got these guys to the dance. They just, I don't even know what I was looking at, man. I really thought that was going to be an exciting fight. He was going to go right at him, eat a couple of shots to take a couple of shots. Those guys are tricky. Israel, he did a great job. I thought the performance was just phenomenal. The other guy, I think he's got to be kicking himself in the head. I just have no clue as to what plan A was, plan B, plan C, nothing. I have no idea what I was looking at. But it could be that, the other guy just, that range, very rangy, his awareness was on point. And he probably could do that all day long. I didn't think it was going to go like that, but he backed up what he said. And, with the exception of the antics at the end, everything about it I liked. You know what I mean? Even the culture of that team, that guy, Eugene Bareman, does a great job, man. Just you could see the camaraderie. I love the fact that Adesanya brought him in while he was doing the interview. They got the chemistry I love. I always did. And, it's always like, I always liked when, Lau was fighting and Weidman and those guys are in the front row. It means a lot. And those guys have it, man. They got the X factor and they're doing the right thing. And, I like the fact that, even Israeli spoke up about the weight cut and what a problem, he wasn't letting that go either because his guys, I think he lost that fight, but missing weight. He was a great spokesman. You could see he's passionate. He's defending his teammates and all good stuff. That was good.
Jones beats Blachowicz. Too slow. He's too slow to beat. Because the thing about Jones is people don't realize he's got a good chin. You can hit him. Yeah. I hit him. A lot of us hit him. And he can take punches, man. And if Jan Blachowicz is out there and he's too slow, Jones will pick him apart. God, I can't believe. Hey, look, if I was still fighting at 205, or if I was still fighting today, he said, "You see, you can fight Jan Blachowicz," I'd probably fight Jan Blachowicz. No disrespect, just because I just think that I just think that you, like you said, it's surprising, right? When you have the footage of people getting no victories over him, you think you could do it too. Any fighter does, and if you're a guy like myself or Jones, then of course you think you can beat him, and that's why Jones would go fight.
You have this guy who is like begging to be tagged in, to literally fight Diego Sanchez. Like, forget about the actual matchup, the symbolism of him trying to beg to fight Diego Sanchez, and you can't figure out how to make it happen, to me, blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. How do you not figure this out?
If you say you'll fight Diego Sanchez and saying that I'll fight anybody, But the reality is, Conor ain't fighting anybody. It has to be the right fight.
Okay.
If Conor was willing to fight just anybody, he would have agreed to be the replacement guy for Khabib versus.
That is such a joke. That is such a joke.
If he was willing to fight anyone, right, he would agree to that.
Why?
Like, he agreed to that, and then
you wouldn't agree to that. You wouldn't agree to that. You would be
what?
Would you be the backup fighter to John Jones versus Dominic Reyes? No, you wouldn't. You would say, "I'm no backup fighter." Come on now, you would not agree to that.
No. But
supposed to fight Justin Gaethje on July 11th.
Wait, but also, I'm not saying I'll fight anybody anytime. I'm saying I want the right fight, right? Like, I want to fight the guy when I get it scheduled and all that. Conor's saying it like he just wants to be in the octagon, and if he wants to just be in the octagon, let's get him in the octagon. That's all I'm saying.
He never fight, but he Twitter fighter. Now he Twitter fighter. No more MMA. What do you think? Twitter gonna pay him?